Hi guys and good morning. The time here is 10:03 a.m. It is 3/21/2023. And I have y'all looking at EMSC and I'm going to pull this out here so that it is the only one. Whoops. That's the only one on the screen here. Okay, and we'll check our sound. It's up. Okay. We're going to start our morning with a Greece 4.5, 15 kilometers deep. And the only earthquakes that we're going to look at is our 4s and 5s today. And I do not think there are very many of them. And sorry I was not on yesterday. I was busy trying to work on getting this computer into different settings and new things that I needed to find. So this is the area in Greece where this earthquake is hit. It appears to be an area that has farming and houses. So hopefully the people here are okay. And we can see down here, we have our continental rift boundary, which shoots across to the continental transform fault. The next earthquake Greece has had quite a few. Was a 5.5, Costa Rica. It was 21 kilometers deep, 5 kilometers northeast of Quepos, Costa Rica. Population there is 7,800, which would mean it would be about 2 miles, 2.5 miles. And this was a 5.5 Costa Rica. And here is the town here. And you have houses here as well. And here's where the earthquake hit. And there is not any views in this area to be able to go look at the area here. And when we pull back, we can see that this is a subduction zone here. And that's the continental convergent boundary that runs across and meets up over here. Moving on to our next earthquake. We had another 4.0 in Costa Rica, which would be an aftershock, I believe. And it was 36 kilometers deep. 9 kilometers south-southeast of San Marco, Costa Rica. Population there is 4,200. So it's around the same area. At least this one looks to be further up in the hill area. And again, we have subduction zone and the continental convergent boundary over here. And we have a 4.7 in the Kuril Islands. It was 70 kilometers deep. 383 kilometers south-southwest of Severo, Kurilsk, Russia. Population 2,400. This one appears to be out to sea. You can see the subduction zone is here. Volcano Rashua is here. And that is a stratovolcano. You can see a whole line of volcanoes along here. And the subduction zone moves that way at 78 millimeters per year. Our next earthquake was a 4.1 northeast coast of Kamchatka. It was 40 kilometers deep and 87 kilometers east-northeast of Petropavlovsk, Kamchatsky, Russia. Population 187,000. So not too much further up. This one was just a little bit offshore here. You can see it is a hilly region here. And you can see the lines of volcanoes that are in this area as well. Then we had a 4.4 in western Greenland. It was 2 kilometers deep and 49 kilometers northwest of Asiat, Greenland. Population 3,000. This one appears to be upland here. Little islands nobody lives on as far as I can tell. And Greenland. Next one was a 4.0 Hindu Kush region, Afghanistan. It was 151 kilometers deep. And backing out, you can see we have volcanoes over in this area. And we have the continental convergent boundary is right here, where it takes a U-turn in the plate. That also meets up with the continental transform fault here and the continental rift boundary here. Then we have a 4.4 Kepulauan Barat Daya, Indonesia, 166 kilometers in depth. It is 112 kilometers north-northeast of Las Palos, Timor-Leste, population 17,100. And that's Mayapura Island, Ramang Island. Then we have the oceanic convergent boundary is right there. Down here, we have the oceanic transform fault, continental transform fault, and the continental rift boundary. And the closest volcano is Warfield, which is a stratovolcano. And that is the last earthquake for the morning, and we will be back with the second part of this update after the news. So, apparently we have deadly fungus spreading at an alarming rate, according to the CDC. The fungus, a type of yeast called Candida auris, or C. auris, can cause severe illness in people with weakened immune systems. A drug-resistant and potentially deadly fungus has been spreading rapidly through the U.S. healthcare facilities, a new government study finds. The fungus, a type of yeast called Candida auris, or C. auris, can cause severe illness in people with weakened immune systems. The number of people diagnosed with infections, as well as the number of those who are found through screening to be carrying C. auris, has been rising at an alarming rate since it was first reported in the U.S. Researchers from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported Monday. The increases, especially in the recent years, are really concerning. We have seen increases not just in the areas of ongoing transmission, but in new areas. The CDC's warning, published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, comes as Mississippi is fighting a growing outbreak of fungus. Since November, at least 12 people have been infected with the C. auris, with 4 potentially associated deaths, according to the state's Health Department. Tammy Yates, spokesperson for the Mississippi State Department of Health, said in an email, there has been ongoing transmission at least 2 long-term care facilities. Although cases had been identified at several other facilities in the state, unfortunately, multi-drug resistant organisms such as C. auris have become more prevalent among our high-risk individuals, such as residents in long-term care facilities. The fungus can be found on the skin and throughout the body, according to the CDC. It's not a threat to healthy people, but about 1/3 of people who become sick with C. auris die. In the CDC report, researchers analyzed state and local health department data on people sickened by the fungus from 2016 through December 31st, 2021, as well as those who were colonized, meaning they were not ill but were carrying it on their bodies with the potential of transmitting it to others who might be more vulnerable to it. The number of infections increased by 59% to 756 from 2019 to 2020, and then by an additional 95% to 1,471 in 2021. The researchers also found that the incidence of people not affected with the fungus but colonized by it decreased by 21% in 2020 compared to 2019, and by 209% in 2021, with an increase of 4,041 in 2021 compared to 1,310 in 2020. C. auris has now been detected in more than half of the U.S. states, and a new study found. So this is the picture of the states. Let's see here if I can get this to blow up big. Oops. And this is a picture of the states here that show it. And we can see by the numbers, the red is 501 to 1,000. So these are the states that have it worse. Most concerning was the increasing numbers of fungus samples resistant to the common treatments. 1 second. For it, Lyman hopes the paper will put CRS on health care providers' radar and spur facilities to practice good infection control. The new findings are worrisome. Anyways, you guys, keep an eye out for this news. You can find more articles on it listed online. This is just one more thing with the CDC is putting out that we have to keep an eye on. Hi guys, so we left off with Kepulauan Barat Daya, Indonesia at a 4.4 with 166 deaths. So we are looking for our next earthquake that has occurred, which was in Mahoken, Mexico, and it was a 4.0 at 10 kilometers deep, 7 kilometers south-southeast of Los Reyes de Ciudad Segado, Mexico, population 39,200. You can see this is near volcano, which is Mohoken Guanajuato. Can't pronounce it, I'm sorry. And it's a cinder cone. And there would be Paracutan volcano. Anyways, our earthquake is over here and Los Reyes is right here. Our next earthquake is north of Halmahera, Indonesia, and it was a 4.5, 10 kilometers deep. Anybody see a 6.5? We'll be talking about that in a few minutes. Note, this earthquake is happening next to the subduction zone. We back out to see which way our arrows go. I do not see our arrows. These arrows point this way. These arrows point this way. So it would be going this way. And over here, we have the oceanic spreading rift. Moving on to the next earthquake. We have a 4.3 near islands, Aleutian Islands, 6 kilometers deep, 726 kilometers east-southeast of Unsk, Kamchatsk, Stary, Russia, population 4,900. And that is Attu Station right there, and this is Attu Island, this island here. Right there, it says Attu Station. It looks like there's, not sure what these are. Look like houses, but I'm not sure. West Massacre Valley. And there's roads up in here. Lake Elwood Road, Navy Town. So there is a airport here. Peaceful River, Kingfisher Creek. No views though. Moving on to our next one. Was a 6.5 earthquake, Hindu Kush region, Afghanistan. 194 kilometers in depth, 47 kilometers southwest of Ashgacham, Afghanistan. Population 12,100. And we'll look in a minute and see if there's anything in the news. So this earthquake occurred out here. You can see that this is a mountainous region. Darawan is over here. You can see there are some towns in this area. Okay, let's look and see if there is anything listed. 6.5 Hindu Kush. Sorry. This earthquake was felt in Pakistan and India. It struck at 9:17 p.m. local time Tuesday and was centered in the Hindu Kush region of Afghanistan, not far from the borders with Pakistan and Tajikistan. There are conflicting reports about the magnitude. The U.S. Geological Survey put it at 6.5. India's National Center for Seismology put it at 6.6. Hang on. And Pakistan's National Seismic Center put it at 6.8. The earthquake struck at 188 kilometers below the surface, which is fairly deep and limits the potential for damage. Light to moderate shaking was reported across the region as far away as Kabul, Islamabad, Peshawar, Faizabad, Rawalpindi, and New Delhi. Shaking was also reported in parts of Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and Nepal. There were no immediate reports of injuries or major damage. Pakistan and Afghanistan are regularly hit by moderate to strong earthquakes, especially around the Hindu Kush mountain range. A powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck Pakistan's administered Kashmir in October 2005, killing more than 79,000 people. Okay, so that is your update. I hope you guys are doing well. Please be safe. Please take good care of yourselves and each other. Much love.